everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daria, if you're new here. And in today's practice, I want to kind of explore the theme of expansion, but in an inward direction. I was having a conversation with a friend recently, and she said that she used to think that the problems that she encountered in her life would move in this sort of linear direction. But what she's found instead is that the same sort of obstacles or problems or lessons that she is encountering in her life keep arising, and it's more of a circular motion where each time these things come up, she comes closer to a sort of like center point of truth, or like the universalness of the experience. And so today I want to bring that into the yoga practice so that we're focusing on expanding and like diving deep into our thoughts and our sensations internally. So it's not the kind of expansion that's like broadening externally, but it's a little more, again, focused inwardly. So all that you need today is yourself and some place to move. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start from seated. So find Sukhasana, or you can be sitting up on your knees in the kneeling warrior position, whatever feels good to you. And then just gently rest your palms facing up on your thighs or facing down. Close your eyes. And just begin with a sigh. Let all of your breath out through your mouth. Try to feel the effects of that sigh through your full body. And so we start by stopping, letting the world around you slow down, letting go of anything that happened in your day so far or anything that needs to happen later on. And give yourself permission to really anchor and embed yourself right here in the present. Let everything be exactly as it is without trying to change it or fix it right away. Just start to notice how you're feeling in your physical body. Notice the thoughts as they wander through your mind. And remember that the wandering of the mind is completely natural and normal. And this practice just brings us more awareness around the thoughts, how they move, and any patterns we might be stuck in. And just ask yourself how you're doing on an emotional level. And then go inside and check in with this idea of sort of circling around a similar lesson. It's almost like a through line that you may have encountered in your life before. And maybe it's not something you're currently dealing with necessarily, but something that just seems to keep arising for you, that you are learning more and more from each time. And I think this is beautifully mirrored in the physical practice, in that every time we come into a familiar posture, there's some kind of new experience to be had. There's something different to learn, to observe, to root into, or to lengthen out of. And this practice really is a trust in the processing, a trust in time, and a trust in letting your awareness kind of do its thing, letting your consciousness come closer to a sense of universal truth. Start deepening your breath. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose or the mouth, whatever you need. And just take 3 more rounds here. Ujjayi pranayama. In and out now through the nose. Softly blink your eyes open. Make your way up to hands and knees, tabletop. Spread the palms, spread the fingers, walk the knees back so that they're under your hips. Then tuck your toes, breathe in to prepare. And as you breathe out, right away, hips go up and back into downward facing dog. Take some time here to settle into the shape and allow it to be a completely new experience today. No matter how many times you've been in this shape before, try to feel it here and now in the present. Work with the breath. And begin to activate through the arms, pressing your palms down and in a forward direction. See how much you can reach into the earth through the palms of hands and soles of feet while simultaneously stretching the tip of the tailbone up to the sky. And now we'll start just to make some little waves through the spine. They're really little to start, so it's not like a full shift forward to high plank. But breathe in and just start to pull your belly to your spine, round your lower back, then pull your ribs in and together, and then begin to round the upper back, gradually chin to chest, then reach the crown of your head forward, and from the low back, start an arching action. So it's a little rounding on the inhale, coming forward maybe just slightly, and then use the exhale to again lengthen your spine, tailbone up, spread the sit bones. There's no particular way that this needs to look. Just let it feel intuitive for you. And then gradually you can start to grow the waves so that they are longer. Maybe you start lifting the heels and coming a little bit forward, almost like you're going to go to a plank. And then gradually, maybe start actually working your way all the way forward. So as you breathe in, you round your spine, hollow the core, pull in through the ribs, tuck your chin to your chest, stack the shoulders over the wrists. And then as you breathe out, the elbows and the knees can come a little bit bent as you glide back, arching your spine into down dog. Just take a few more waves. Really imagine that your spine is literally made of water. So you're taking this very liquid movement. On your next inhale, turn your eyes forward to your thumbs. And as you breathe out, start to travel forward to ragdoll. Toes will land behind the wrists. Feet can be spread, hips distance apart. Bend your knees. Really tune into the weight of your head and check that it's totally surrendered, really heavy to gravity. Interlace your hands at the back of the head, and you can use your thumbs here to massage the neck and the space where the head and the neck connect. Take some sways side to side. Let's add a twist. So first, take an inhale, halfway lift through your spine, widen your elbows. And now as you breathe out, draw the right elbow to the inner part of the right shin, bending that knee. And then start to turn your heart open toward the left. Left leg is straight or straight-ish. And breathe through your outer hip and down the sideline of the leg. You can rock out the hips as you like. Take one more inhale, turn your chest open. As you exhale, just fold down. Inhale, halfway lift, keep the elbows wide, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, bow down, left elbow comes inside of the same shin. Bend your knee, left side, and then right leg straight or straight-ish, pressing so that the outer edge of the hip and the leg can come open. Turn your heart, breathe in. And as you breathe out, just fold down. Walk your feet together, round your spine, hollow your core, and roll up to stand. One vertebra at a time stacks onto the next. Let your head rise last, and then feel your shoulders come away from your ears, create space around the neck. Breathe in, stretch your arms wide, and then up to the sky. Lift your gaze to your thumbs. Breathe out, palms meet in prayer at heart center. Close your eyes. Set an intention for your practice. Maybe something along the lines of this theme of expanding inwardly, of deepening into the experience or the thought or the lesson or the sensation. Take a breath in. Breathe out, blink your eyes open, and soften your palms down beside you. And we'll do 3 rounds of Sun A. Take a breath in, reach wide, and then up to the sky. As you breathe out, big dive down, forward fold, spine stays elongating. Drop your head at the bottom. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the palms, step your feet into plank. And take a breath in, lean forward, move your shoulders over your wrists, press through the fingertips. Breathe out and lower chaturanga, elbows come to the ribs. Untuck your toes. Inhale, press to upward facing dog or cobra, arc your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, glide your hips up and back. 3 breaths here, in and out through the nose. Go inside, stay present with the breath. Next inhale, turn your eyes forward, lift your heels, bend your knees deeply. At the bottom of your exhale, take a little hop forward to the top of your mat, feet land together. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, bow down. Inhale, inflate your spine as you rise up to stand with a flat back, fingertips go all the way overhead. And exhale, draw your palms to prayer heart center. Inhale, fingertips wide, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, diving down. Breathe in, halfway lift, iron that out. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale to up dog or cobra, heart forward. Little buoyancy in the elbows. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. 3 breaths. Inhale, look forward, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees deeply. Step or hop to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, just bow. Crown of head reaches to the toes. Breathe in, reverse swan dive, press down, rise to stand, fingertips high. And exhale, thumbs to your sternum, palms meet at heart center. Close your eyes. For this last round, see if you can flow through, keeping the eyes closed. Really moving internally, shifting the awareness inside. Breathe in, arms rise. Breathe out, forward fold, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Breathe in, lift your heels, bend your knees. Breathe out, step or float to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, just bow down. Inhale, press through the feet with a flat back, rise to standing, arms up, look up. Exhale, palms to prayer heart center. If the eyes opened, close them again now. Pause, feel. Ask yourself what there is to learn in each moment of movement. Blink your eyes open. On your next inhale, bend your knees deeply, send the hips back, tickle the mat with your fingertips, and then stretch your arms up beside the ears, chair pose. As you exhale, start to glide your fingertips back behind you, squeeze your inner thighs, and float your heels, coming into drinking bird, heart is stretching forward, flowing back and forth. So inhale, drop the heels, reach the arms up, chair pose. As you exhale, heart forward, fingertips back. One more. Inhale, heels root, reach the arms high. Exhale, heels rise, fingertips glide back, coming high to the balls of your feet. Now this time, circle your arms forward to the top of the mat. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, see how slowly you can lower all the way down, keeping the heels lifted, staying high to the balls of the feet, squeezing the knees together. Sink your hips to your heels. As you arrive in this little squat, widen your knees, stay on the toes, breathe in, and stretch your fingertips up high to the sky. And then as you breathe out, lean your chest and your arms forward, sink your heels down, parallel your knees, and see if you could come through a squat all the way down to a seat. Good. Right away, Navasana, boat pose. Float the shins parallel to the earth, hands behind the hamstrings for support, or reach the arms forward. Maybe toes to the sky.
Maybe fingertips to the sky. How much can you lengthen? Feel the tailbone root and then stretch past the tips of the fingers. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, Ardha Navasana, half boat. Lower down so the low back is rooted. Knees again, bent, straight, whatever you need to do. Reach your fingertips forward, but keep peeling your shoulder blades up and away from the mat. Squeeze everything tight. If there's sensations you want to avoid, see if you can actually breathe deeper into them, like deep dive into those feelings, those sensations. Breathe in. Breathe out slowly, rising back up to Navasana. Glue the ankles together, glue the big toes together. Breathe in, maybe reach your fingertips all the way up overhead. As you breathe out, we're gonna see if we can come back to a squat. So heels come in toward the sit bones. Use your core. Take a little momentum, launch forward. So reach the arms forward, come into Malasana, and then we'll stay. So find a nice settled Malasana, palms to prayer. A little mobility work here. So see if you can keep the left foot down and pivot on your right toes to drop the knee to the mat. And then come back to center, right heel down. Switch, dropping the left knee to the mat. Inhale through center, both feet flat. Exhale, right knee taps down. Inhale, center. And exhale, tap down, left side. Let's do one more each side. Inhale, Malasana. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. And then just find your way back to a squat. Go ahead and drop your fingertips, crawl them forward and round in. Belly button to spine, and then breathe through the spine into the full back body. You can sway your hips side to side if that feels good. Now, fingertips down under your face. Start to lift your hips up. Turn your feet to hips distance apart and just take a fold. Keep the right foot rooted and your fingertips rooted. As you breathe in, stretch your left leg long and back behind you, standing L. As you breathe out, bend the right knee deeply. Step the left toes to the back of the mat, but align for warrior one as you transition. Toes turn a little bit out. Drive your heel down. As you inhale, press through both feet and rise to standing. Arms go overhead. Both hip bones are pointing straight forward. There might be a tendency for the left hip to want to pull open. If so, see if you can become more square. Press the left heel down and backward so you're drawing the back leg more straight. And then see if you can soften your shoulders, keep the arch out of your low back, and sink a little deeper into the lunge in your front knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Circle the fingertips down and around to the base of your spine. Interlace them there. As you inhale, puff your heart forward, stretch your knuckles back. As you exhale, bow, humble warrior. Right shoulder comes to the inner part of your knee. Drop your head, relax your neck. Just hang heavy here. Keep pressing through your feet. Spread the breath into the chest, broaden your collarbones. Next, inhale. Start to find a halfway lift in your spine while simultaneously floating your back heel. And then as you exhale, launch forward into warrior three. Hands stay interlaced behind you. Back toes lifting. As much as you reach back through the left toes, stretch forward through the crown of your head. Take a breath in. Breathe out, press down, rise to stand, but don't put the left foot down, hover it, then draw your knee into your chest, undo the interlace of your fingers and reach your arms to the sky, breathing in one-legged Tadasana. As you breathe out, flex left ankle, hook it to outer right thigh and sink to standing pigeon. Palms draw together at heart center. Breathe. Find a steady point for your eyes. And then even as you gaze forward, try to focus your awareness to the space at the center of your eyebrows, the third eye. One more breath. Now from here, see if you can catch the outer edge of your left foot with your right hand. Then begin to press straight down into your right foot, rise up to stand, and kick your left leg forward. We'll come into a twist. So left leg presses straight or straight-ish, and then revolve from your ribs, turning your torso toward the left side of the mat. Left fingertips reach back behind you. Drop the left hip, hug it into the midline of your body. One more breath here. As you exhale, start to parallel your torso, neutralize your torso toward the top of the mat, and softly step the left foot down beside the right, palms to prayer, heart center. Just take a breath. Keep it simple. Inhale. And exhale. Next inhalation, bend the knees, sink the hips low and back. Chair pose, reach the arms high. As you breathe out, fingertips back, chest forward, heels rise. Drinking bird. 2 more with the breath. Inhale back to chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, float the heels, fingertips back, heart forward. Breathe in, sink low, heels down. Breathe out, stay deeply bent, just lift your heels, fingertips back. Inhale, circle your arms forward to the top of the mat. As you exhale, slow, lower down for 3. For 2, keeping the heels high as the hips come down. For 1, as you arrive, widen your knees, stay on the balls of your feet, lift your fingertips up, breathe in. Then breathe out, the heels lower, the knees come back toward parallel. Come through a little squat, reach forward, and then see how softly you can sit down. Breathe in, Navasana, boat pose, knees bent or straight, arms forward or up. Breathe out, Ardha Navasana, lower down halfway, low back down, shoulder blades lifted. Take one more inhale here in the low boat. As you exhale, slowly rise back up to Navasana. Last breath here. Squeeze your core, inhale. Exhale, see if you can come back into a squat without using a ton of momentum. So just reach forward, lean forward, use your core. Good, just breathe in Malasana. Breathe out right away, back down into a forward fold. Root the fingertips. Take a breath in, stretch your right toes to the back of the mat, standing L. And then breathe out, bend the left knee. Right toes land behind you, turning them out slightly, and sink your heel. Warrior 1. Breathe in, rise. Breathe out, settle into the foundation of your feet. Let the expansion of your body come from like the core of your pelvis. So from the waistline down, you're planting into the earth. And then from the waistline up, you're stretching up to the sky. One more breath, sink deeper to the lunge. And then breathe out, circle the fingertips around to the base of your spine, interlace them. Breathe in, puff the heart forward. As you breathe out, bow, humble warrior. 3 breaths here. Breathe in, lift your spine halfway, lift your back heel. Breathe out, press forward into the left foot and float your back foot, back leg. Warrior 3. Spread the breath through your body. Use the inhale to find length. And as you exhale, press down, rise up to standing. Undo the grip of your fingers. Don't put the right foot down. Instead, draw your knee up towards your chest. One-legged Tadasana, arms high. Exhale, flex your foot. Right ankle outside left thigh. Sit low and back, standing pigeon. Breathe. So rather than trying to control your experience or set up your pose to look or be a certain way, try to just let the experience come to you, like you're just like bathing in it, or it's washing over you. One more breath. Take the left hand to the outer edge of your right foot. Press foot to hand. Then as you breathe in, stand into the left leg. Kick your right leg forward, straight or straight-ish. And then right arm is going to reach around into the back, wrapping in through the ribs, spiraling from left side body toward right. Plug left big toe down. Keep the core connected. One more breath. And then turn back to face the top of the mat. Breathe in, arms high. Breathe out softly. Right foot steps down beside the left. Palms to prayer. Heart center, pause, feel. On your next inhalation, arms reach wide and up to the sky. As you exhale, dive down, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, chaturanga if you want one, or you can just step back to down dog, whatever is serving you best. Deep breath in once you arrive in down dog. Clearing exhale, sigh it out, let it go. One more inhale. Big exhale. As you inhale, lift your heels, round forward, high plank. As you exhale, bend your elbows, lower halfway down, then come all the way to lying on your belly. Pelvis, chest, and chin come down. Untuck your toes and bring your chin down. And we'll take floor bow. So the hands will reach back behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Kick your heels in towards your sit bones. Flex your toes. On your inhalation, start to peel your chest and your chin away from the earth. And then activate your hamstrings. See if you can grab on to the outer edges of both ankles at the very same time. Imagine you're gripping a block between your inner thighs. Keep that, and then breathe in. Kick the shins back. Pull your heart forward. Press your heart forward. The tops of the thighs can stay down or they can start to float. Activate your full back body and let this be completely about the feeling. Not at all worried about how high anything's lifting or how deep it looks externally. Just feeling what you can learn through sensation. One breath in. And one breath out to release, let it go. From here, roll to lying on your back, however you'd like to get there. You can just slide an arm through and come down. Let your back body melt into the earth beneath you. And then hug your knees into your chest. Take a moment to press the sacrum, the low back, into the earth. You can make circles or rock, whatever feels good. And then hug the knees really tight in toward your chest. Lift your shoulder blades. Wrap everything into a tight compressed ball. Take a breath in here. Breathe out right into Shavasana. Try not to think, just do it. Just relax. Let go of any other remaining tension, anything that's clinging on. Allow even your thoughts to quiet. It's like you're turning a dimmer switch down, so the lights are getting dim throughout the full body. Everything softer, everything relaxing. And stay longer, keep resting if you'd like. Maybe begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Wake yourself back up. And try to feel any and all effects of the practice. Maybe subtle tingly sensations through the body. Next inhalation, stretch out long, arms back, toes forward. Exhale, roll to a side, fetal pose, drop the head, drop the palms, just melts. And then press down. Find your way up to a seat. If you're able to keep your eyes closed through the transition, try to do so. And then meeting back in Sukhasana, feeling the evenness of rooting the pelvis while also stretching the head, the crown of the head to the sky. Rest your palms down on your thighs. And take a moment to come back to your intention and to this theme of sort of circling back, circling through similar lessons as they arise in our lives, and having the willingness to dive deeper into that experience, to expand our knowledge, our inner awareness. And then to trust in the processing that comes with time. Now draw your palms to meet at your heart center. Send your awareness to the third eye, the space at the center of the eyebrows. Like imagine you could actually send your gaze there, even with the eyes closed. And then breathe to that space. Let's take one final breath all together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh, let something go. Lift your thumbs from your heart to your third eye, and then bow gently forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. This theme today was a little bit abstract, maybe, but I hope that this resonated for some of you, and that you're feeling really good. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, you can do that down below. You can also join as a monthly donation member. Both of these really help to support me, and I so appreciate all of you. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.